Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Recently I had built the Barbie Dreamhouse. I had the best time creating it and you also seem to enjoy it, so I decided to build a Barbie Dream Boat. So in 1994 the Barbie Dream Boat playset Ultimate Seaside Adventure came out and I got it for Christmas as a kid. This is one of my favorite Christmas and Barbie memories, so I just had to recreate it. I just had the best time leaving my comfort zone when I built the Barbie Dreamhouse, because usually I'm not using so much color in a build, especially not pink and especially not on the exterior, but I really enjoyed it, so I just had to create the Barbie Dream Boat. So here's the problem: when you look at the toy from the 90s, I just don't think that it would translate well into The Sims 4. I've talked about this in the Barbie Dreamhouse video as well. An actual toy is mostly not the best reference. It's not looking good in The Sims 4 mostly. And therefore I decided to build a luxurious yacht, and I made it pink and I gave it a Barbie theme, but I just created my own design for this and I just had the Barbie Dream Boat playset in mind, and I hope that you will enjoy it. In case you have some Barbies in your game and you like this type of build, you could really use this build if your Barbie wants to go on vacation, for example, or maybe you just enjoy the color pink, or maybe you don't like the color pink but you like the layout. In this case, you could just change the colors a bit after placing the build. So I built this in Sulani. This is the biggest lot available in Sulani. I think it's 50 by 50. It's a waterfront lot, and I simply used a foundation in the very beginning to create the boat. So there is no magic trick. It's just a regular build on a waterfront lot, and it's supposed to look like a boat. And I just hope that I just kind of nailed the shape. I think it's really difficult to build a proper yacht in The Sims 4. I had created one, I think, after Island Living came out, and I wasn't really too happy with the whole layout. I really did my best here, and I just wanted to have this fake plastic vibe once again, so it looks like a proper toy. Just as for the Barbie Dreamhouse, I wanted this to look really fancy. I wanted this to just make sense in The Sims 4, and I also wanted this to have a really specific vibe, and I wanted this to look like fake and plastic. I also used these beautiful palm trees once again that I had used for the Barbie Dreamhouse because they just look so fake. I've talked about this in the Barbie Dreamhouse video. They just don't look realistic at all. They're just perfect for anything Barbie or anything that's supposed to look like a toy or fake. Also, once again, I had combined different pink hues because it's just really difficult. We don't have a color wheel. You just have to see what you can use, and surprisingly there are so many objects in pink. Like, for some colors, if you are looking for like a specific color in different objects, sometimes it's really hard to find and to just match everything. But here in this case, pink is everywhere in Build By, which is amazing. Like, if you really filter by pink, I really just like to filter by color, you will stumble upon so many pink objects, especially rugs. Like, if you're looking for a pink rug, there are like, I don't know, 50. I have no idea, I didn't count, but there are like so many, and I had the hardest time really choosing the perfect rug for each room because there are just so many. I would also like to thank you for all your really touching stories below the Barbie Dreamhouse video. I was asking you to share your just stories, and if you were into Barbie, if you are into Barbie, maybe you're collecting them, just everything. What does Barbie mean to you? And I was reading all your comments and I was so touched. Like, there were so many amazing stories and just touching comments, and I feel like this video took us all back to our childhood and right back to the 90s kind of for a lot of us. I know that like there are like different age groups here watching, but I just really loved to read all your comments. And once again, if you want to share something, just feel free to leave a comment. Tell me about your Barbie stories and what Barbie means to you, or if you enjoyed it. And I just love to read your comments, and thank you so much for kind of opening up, and there were like so many deeply touching stories. But let's talk about the layout of this boat. I wanted to combine some round shapes with some just regular shapes, diagonal lines, just to create this typical yacht look. I wanted to have these balconies. I don't know if they are called balconies because it's a boat, but I wanted to have these amazing areas where you can just really enjoy the view of the ocean and you can have dinner or something. And I was, of course, just trying to really have this boat shape. For this, I've used roofs. I think this is kind of the most common method to create anything boat shaped in this game. You can just use roofs for this. And at first, as you might have seen, I had used a pink swatch, the pink swatch that I had used for the Barbie Dreamhouse. But this was kind of too overwhelming. I mean, I was going for pink everything, but it just didn't look right. I don't know, I just didn't feel like this is the perfect look for this. So I've used the same roof swatch, but like the same roof type, but in a different color in white. So I've used pink objects everywhere, but the roofs are kind of the contrast, just as I had used lots of white windows for the Barbie Dreamhouse mansion. I have used this unbelievably bright neon wallpaper from Barbie once again, which is glowing, like it's literally glowing in the dark, which looks so cool when it's night on this boat. Like it's dark, the ocean is dark, there's no sun, maybe there's the moon, but there's like, it's just really dark around the boat. But then you have this really over the top glowing yacht. You can also have a party on there. I'm going to include a dance floor, so I feel like it's like such a cool design. I've used glass roofs in different areas, and you can see that the back of the boat, like things are getting a bit crazy. You can see the round wall down there, like the room, and this was especially exciting when I started to furnish this, because just furnishing this really small round room was kind of challenging. And he had this round balcony area, and it was just perfect to fit a round table in there and lots of chairs. I also wanted to have these lounge chairs, a hot tub, and later on, as I've said, I'm going to include a dance floor and also a bar, so Barbie can have a really fun party. I've included 3 bedrooms. There's kind of Barbie's master bedroom, and then there are like 2 smaller bedrooms. Technically, it's more of a bachelor pad, I guess, or a vacation home, but I wanted to include additional bedrooms. I was kind of surprised that I had enough space on the inside, because the first time I had built a boat years ago, the interior was so tiny that I had no idea what to do, and the floor plan was kind of all over the place, but here it was alright. And you can see that I have added like these 2 round balconies on both sides of the boat. But then later on, I'm going to remove like this one here, because I realized that your Sims have to get on the boat somehow. So I've then just built this deck thingy so your Sims can just enter the boat. And for this, I have used the good old method of creating bridges and just everything. I'm just building a room on the ground. I'm then building a floppies on top, and then I'm deleting the room. I have a floating floppies, and then I just lower it onto the correct level, and I've just directly connected it to the door using stairs. This is working. Like, I didn't know this for the longest time. I always assumed that you would need like a 1 tile wide floppies in front of a door, but stairs do directly connect to doors. I found this out like maybe a year ago or something, so I just did this. I felt like it looked good. And this area, like the round area in the back, is really just an area to hang out. I'm going to add this DJ stereo thingy back there as well. And I've once again used these amazing wall decorations from Decor to the Max right in front of the window. It's hot pink. It's looking so cool. So this way you can just use regular windows from the base game, for example, and you can just turn this into a pink dream. And on the inside, I originally had also used this spotty color, but this was too much. Like, my eyes were hurting already. Like, it's really bright, there's so much happening, but I felt like it's overwhelming. So I decided to have this glowing neon pink wallpaper, and I then wanted to use just all types of different furniture pieces in pink, but I then decided to simply have a like wooden floor, so it's not too much. So the wooden floor kind of mutes the whole situation. I mean, not too much. It's still glowing and it's bright neon pink, but it would have been total overkill to just use a neon glowing floor as well. But it's kind of cool, I guess. And this is like the bathroom. and I wanted to use different colors. So I wanted this to be colorful and pink and happy, but I didn't just want this to be all pink because then it would be too similar to the one from the Barbie Dreamhouse. So I found this really cool floor. I just filled it by pink, and I then just found this, and I just hope that it's not a carpet, because this would be a disaster in a bathroom. But I just wanted this to be colorful, but in a different way, so it's not just all neon pink. And I then started to furnish the master bedroom. I wanted the master bedroom to be extra special, so I've used these tables from Dine Out, and I placed these beautiful paintings on the wall. They're identical, they just have different colors, but they both have lots of pink in them, so I thought it's fitting. I then used a round rock, and I used Tool to scale it, but I just needed it to really have an outline because I wanted to create a custom round shape. All of you know how much I love the Get Famous Pristine pedestal, and usually I like to use it on the exterior to create all types of round shapes, but in this case I wanted to do this on the interior. I sized it down, I think 2 steps, so it's not too big, and I then created a round shape, and then I placed the bed in the center. It's just supposed to look really fancy and over the top. After all, this is Barbie's boat and not just any boat, and I just wanted to develop a fun little idea for the master bedroom. And also it's quite spacious, and we have this really weird shape, like this triangular shape. We have placed these paintings on the wall, and I was kind of confused on where to place the bed in there because like this was tough. The layout was a bit over the top, so I decided to just use a round shape and to simply place the bed in the center. And this is like this really weird small nook that I had created when I was using curved rooms, and I just turned it into a really small walk-in closet. This is not as luxurious as the Barbie Dreamhouse probably, but after all, it's just a boat, and I feel like this is kind of the essence of every single boat out there. I mean, except it's a mega yacht, but technically it's always like you don't have as much space on a boat as you have in a mansion. This probably even goes for mega yachts, because I feel like when you are super rich and you have a mega yacht, your house will still be bigger. So this kind of makes sense. And yeah, you find both of these builds in my gallery, both the Barbie Dreamhouse and the yacht. So you can just grab both of them, and you can let Barbie move into the house, and then you can place this boat in Sulani and Barbie can go on vacation. This is a residential lot, I think, but you can always change the lot type to rental. Like this was added in an update, so in this case you would just place it and change the lot type, so you could either live in this, like use it as a regular residential lot if you are into Sulani and if you like to do this, but you could also turn this into a rental lot and then Barbie just goes on vacation. I'm really happy that we have both options now for every single lot, because this just adds just so many possibilities, I guess. I just wish we could have like multi-purpose lots. I was thinking about this so much after creating a complete shopping mall. Just imagine if you could have both a residential lot and maybe a, I don't know, maybe a bubble tea shop on one lot, and then a retail shop, it doesn't matter, like a store, and your sim is running this and living on the same lot at the same time, or you have some type of restaurant and then on top there's like the apartment. Like this type of thing, in theory you can just build a lot like this and include a bed and everything, but it's still not quite the same. So I feel like a base game update for multi-purpose lots would be like one of the biggest feature. And also in Sims 3 we were allowed to purchase a second lot for our sim family, so you could just have a second lot, and you might I don't know, just build I remember like a vacation home, which didn't make a lot of sense, but I just built a second home on there and everything. This is just so cool for gameplay to just have all these possibilities, and I feel like this would be one of the coolest base game updates ever, especially for builder, but like for both builders and for people who enjoy gameplay, because it's just cool for everyone, which like this is always the best update, when an update is just amazing both for builders and for simmers who only enjoy gameplay. This like makes everyone happy. And this is the kitchen and living room area. I kept it really modern, really open, and I wanted this to look like something you would see on a boat like this. It's still really luxurious. I love this cute round rug from high school years, and again, of course, pink, pink, pink everywhere. And I just wanted to include everything your Sims might need so they can have the best time here. And these cute little shelves in pink are from high school years as well. I just cluttered them a bit, and yeah, I'm so excited to hear from you. In case you're using this, let me know if you're using this as a rental lot or as a residential lot, and let me know if you're playing in this, if you have like some type of Barbie gameplay going on, if you just like the color pink. Maybe just let me know if you should use this. This is always so interesting when a build is a bit out of the ordinary. I always love to hear your stories, how you're using the lot, if you are using it at all, if it's like too much. I feel like there were like two main reactions when it came to the Barbie Dreamhouse. 50% of the people were like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever, and the other half was like, okay, this is too pink, yikes. So I feel like it's just down to personal preference, really polarizing, but I just hope that you will enjoy this. And yeah, this is it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope Barbie will enjoy this boat. You can grab this build from the gallery. My ID is KateEmerald. It is CC free and unmodded in the gallery. And you can also grab the trade files from my Patreon. And speaking of which, it's time to thank my wonderful Emerald Patreons and my Emerald YouTube members. A big thank you to Mehmet Ali Bariskan, Paula Anna, Asia, Emma Barnes, Lisa Martin, Leah Cross, Saturated Spark, Shannon McClam, Stephen, and Helena Lynn. Thank you so much for your support. A big thank you to all my other Patreons and my other YouTube members. And of course, a big thank you to anyone who watches my videos. Thank you all so much for your support. I love you all so much. I hope you will have the best day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye. What?